Greetings fellow Vita fans, this is James with PSVita at 2 AM coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. What's going on here? Why are we getting PlayStation Vita news twice in the same week? I have an illogical logical explanation for that. Wait, what? See, normally I would make my news videos on the weekend and then post them on Wednesday. By the time they got to you though, some of the information on there was a bit dated. Yeah, apparently Vita news goes like really fast. So I thought to myself, to counteract this, I'm gonna try and release them on the weekend around when I make them, so that won't happen. You get it? Nah, me either. I'm confused, but let's just pretend like we know what we're talking about anyway. First up, Push Square has released a beautiful article regarding our little handheld, and I gotta admit, once again, I got a little teary-eyed. Hey, I'm still a man. They talked about the longevity of the Vita and how it refuses to die. PS Vita remains a viable platform in 2020. Not dead yet. People like to make the PS Vita means life gag, but it's seemingly true as the portable seems poised to secure more support moving into 2020. Despite the device being over 8 years old and purportedly discontinued, there are new titles for the system launching on the PlayStation Store this week, as there are virtually every week. We're not going to pretend that the latest addition to the handheld storefront are the kind of headline releases you bought the console for in the first place, but considering Sony no longer manufactures the system or its physical cartridges, the unit's longevity is outstanding to say the least. It simply refuses to die. To be fair, the portable doesn't seem to have adopted a new life as a trophy hunter's tool, with developers like Rodaleika Games releasing Easy 2 Platinum products that are available cross-buy with the PlayStation 4. But it appears to be a viable business model, with the company's support showing no signs of slowing. Are you impressed that the PS Vita has managed to eke out a lifespan this long? Are you still playing the handheld with regularity? I think that goes without saying for us on this channel, right? What are your thoughts on the system's current software support? Take a trip to PS Vita Island in the comments section below and be sure to share your thoughts. Yes, truly a beautiful article indeed. So this next segment is a bit more of a PSA than actual Vita news. A new Kickstarter was recently launched for Jim Power, The Lost Dimension. This was based off of a old Super Nintendo and MS-DOS game that came out back in the 90s. There was originally planned for a Sega Genesis release that was ultimately cancelled, though they did find beta elements and a fully playable version of the game along with it. So they're launching a Kickstarter to try and get an NES port for this as well as a Genesis, along with a TurboGrafx CD and CD32. Now what does this mean for us in the Vita community, you might be wondering? One of the stretch goals on the bottom reveals that they are willing to do a Nintendo Switch and PlayStation Network digital store release. And thus, because of this, many in the Vita community are trying to get this game over to the PlayStation Vita as well. Now obviously a physical release would probably more than likely be out of the question, just because, you know, of Western cards. Maybe they could do some sort of deal with East Asia Soft, but the way this is going, it seems like it might even be too late for that. And trust me, my heart is breaking just saying those words. But if they do get to the stretch goal, which as you can see is 180k, they will be bringing this over to PSN. And I'll have a link down in the description below to the Kickstarter, as well as to the user's Twitter page, in case some of you might be interested. Honestly, if we got this for the PlayStation Vita and could convince them to do as such, that would be awesome. The only problem I have is looking at the Kickstarter here, it seems a little bit too ambitious for what they're asking money-wise. I mean, the tier goes all the way down to over $1 million. I mean, that's like the rock level tier of money. Nah, it's actually probably way less than that. And they did specify that they will be doing more stretch goals as others are reached. So we might maybe have a chance of getting a Vita version on this. Again, nothing is confirmed, but I figured I'd let you all know just in case. Got a bit of good news for you guys over in Europe. Luc Bernard has just announced that the original War Theater is getting a European release soon, and has also given us a tiny little bit of an update that the physical releases for the PlayStation Vita, more will be shipping out on Wednesday. And they also mentioned some PS4 news, but we don't look at that, guys. We just don't look at that here. We don't use that kind of foul language on this Vita channel after all. What are you talking about? You just mentioned like 5 other systems just a few minutes ago. Yeah, but that's in the past. What is this game about? Well, war has come to Casale as endless conflict rages. 7 warriors discover an ancient power that promises mastery over any battlefield. From the developers of Plague Road, not sure that's a good thing, War Theater expands classic turn-based strategy gameplay with RPG elements. Choose your hero and take to battle in the single-player campaigns. Set in a continent ravaged by ceaseless war. Complete quests to earn perks and unlock deeper customization options to refine your strategy and dominate opponents in multiplayer. Whew, that really got me all hot and bothered for some weird reason. I think I'm gonna go flip over some cars. Due to the fact that James cannot pronounce the company's name, he will instead be referring to them as blah blah blah. We now return you to your regularly scheduled program already in progress. So, blah 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 has just announced that Dragon Fantasy will be getting its official update on January 17th, 2020. And I quote, blah 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 said, "We did say it'd be soon, right? Dragon Fantasy Volumes of Westeria for PS Vita will be releasing digitally on January 17th. Aw, blah blah blah. Some of you might be a little confused about this because this game already came out, correct? Well, as I mentioned, this is an updated version of the game. Now, to clear any more possible confusion, too late. Here is what the game devs have said directly from the horse's mouth, also known as blah blah blah. After multiple delays, we're happy to announce that the Dragon Fantasy Volumes of Westeria update will finally be coming out digitally for PS Vita fans that weren't able to snag a physical edition. It should be available when the store updates on the 17th. That's just a few days away, which has already happened now at the time you're watching this video. Aw, blah. As a reminder, this isn't a full new game, but rather an update to the previously released Dragon Fantasy Book 1 that released all the way back in 2013. No, we can't believe it's been that long either. Not the worst case scenario I've ever seen. However, due to major changes in the game's code and maps, we're not able to supply this as an update to the existing game, and it's instead being listed on the store as a separate game. What does this mean to you, oh faithful fans that already purchased the game all those lovely years ago? Do you have to buy it again? Absolutely not! We've worked with the amazing people at Sony to ensure that all of you who own the previous copy of the game should get this one for free. However, with that, it also means we're removing the old game from the store. So after the 17th, you'll no longer be able to download the older version anymore. Better get those trophies while you can, and if you didn't own the previous version of the game, well, now you can get the latest and best version for the low price of $9.99 USD. What a steal! I swear, blah 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 should be a used car salesman. Now just to let you know, Balthazars Dream has officially been spotted. And look at that delicious platinum trophy that I see on the top. Getting that itch to buy it already. Balthazar's Dream is a game that you control a dog called Balthazar, and you have to like save your owner or something like that. He died in like a car accident, and it's up to you to save him. And the only way you can do that is by way of going as a 2D retro style platformer. I guess that saves people from dying or something. I don't know really the game's philosophy or anything, but anyway, the trophies have been spotted for it. Should be releasing soon. We have a new game coming for the PlayStation Vita, which is not really new because it is just a bundle release of older games, but you know. What are you going to do though? The games will be A Whole New World, Bit Dungeon Plus, Ice Cream Surfer, and Ghoul Boy. It'll also have Skelemania, but that will only be available on the PlayStation 4 version, so you know, we just shun that. But I really do like the trailer that they put out for this game, and here it is as a sort of ham-fisted montage. Ah, that was beautiful. It brings out the wood nymph in me. The bundle is available digitally right now in Europe and will also be available in America on January 28th, 2020. So mark your calendars. In our next bit of Vita news here, it looks like Rodelaika Games is about to unleash their next title upon our community. That being the next entry into the Foxyland series. Yeah, apparently this is a series now. Foxy Fox kids have been kidnapped. You need to go on a rescue mission, go across a variety of levels, and defeat the Wolfie brothers. Soon on the PlayStation Vita. We don't talk about those other consoles, I already mentioned this many times. At the time of this video's making, I don't have a concrete release date for this game. It might be coming out next week, it might be coming out in the next coming weeks, but I'm going to be expecting it to be launching very soon. I will edit the description down below with its release date should I hear it, and I'll probably give an update video on the next video. Wow, whew, another jam-packed filled week of Vita news. What interests you about this week's segment? What games are you going to be picking up, everyone? Which ones are enticing you? Which ones are really speaking to you on a philosophical level? Let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. The following video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people, including Matt Fox, Reiko Starr, David Ray, Phantom XRS, Saul Ramirez, Kyle Brooks, JR, E-Rock, Pierce Sterner, Adam Theory, Skulshur Tugel TCG, BMF, Ruben Gutierrez, Joshua Williams, Jared Haddo, Kevin Enright, Eston Joseph, Aaron Swanson, Rodrigo Vera, Hero Acer, Adam Sondi, Dennis R. Huggins Jr., Richard Cruz, Buzz Sayin, Jelle, Mario Cruz, and Larry Anderson. If you yourself would be interested in supporting the channel, check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do so. You know the drill by now. It'll get your name on this Patreon page, regardless of what tier you choose. You know, I really gotta mix up this promotion a little bit. Next video, perhaps. Wow, for once you didn't say anything cringy. Yeah, I'm really coming up in the world.